You think she moved on. You think she's fine. You think the silence means she never cared. That whatever you had meant nothing to her. That you were easy to replace and even easier to forget. But here's what I need you to hear right now. You are wrong. And the fact that you believe that story, the fact that you've been sitting with that narrative eating at you, is exactly why you need to stay with me through every single word of the script. Because what you've been reading is indifference. That's a language you haven't learned to translate yet. And today, we fix that. Before we go any further, if nobody in your life is telling you the truth about women, attraction, self-respect, and what your value actually looks like in the real world, then hit subscribe right now. Not for me, for you. Because you need a place you can come back to when the confusion hits at midnight and your brain starts lying to you. This channel is that place. Now, let's get into it. Sign number 1, she watches your social media. Here's the thesis. Here's what this whole video is really about. When a woman loses a high-value man, and I mean a man who is genuinely grounded, present, intentional, she doesn't just walk away clean, she carries it. She replays it. And over time, that carrying starts to leak out in ways she doesn't even fully understand herself. These are not signs she's weak. These are not signs you should go running back. These are signs that tell you the truth about what you meant, what you are worth, and most importantly, what you need to protect going forward. Here's what it really means, and here's how you use it. Let's build this from the ground up. The misconception most men walk around with is this: if she's not texting, if she's not calling, if she's not showing up at your door, she's over it. Men are wired to see action as interest. No action equals no interest. Simple math, sign number 2, random check-ins. Logical, clean. Except people are not math problems, and women especially are not wired to broadcast their pain the way you might expect. The hard truth is this: regret in a woman is almost never loud. It's quiet, it's strategic, it's disguised. It hides inside of mundane social media activity, inside casual text messages sent at irregular hours, inside a mutual friend suddenly bringing her up in conversation unprompted. Women are socialized from birth to manage their vulnerability, to protect their pride, to never let the person they hurt see the damage they caused, because to show that is to hand over power. So she stays quiet. And you, because you've been waiting for fireworks, miss every single flare. Why does this happen? Because the moment a relationship ends, especially one where the man had real substance, a sign number 3, indirect jealousy woman enters a recalibration phase. She doesn't call it that. She might call it moving on or healing or focusing on herself. But underneath that language is a constant low-grade comparison process. She is measuring every man she meets, every moment she experiences, every hollow laugh she forces at a party against the standard you set. And most of the time, nothing measures up. Not immediately, not cleanly. And that gap between where she is and where she was starts to feel like something she can only describe as loss. What does it cost her? It costs her the story. The story she told herself about why she left, why it was right, why she was justified, because that story only holds up as long as she doesn't miss you. The moment she starts missing you, truly missing you, the story starts to crack. And cracked stories are sign number 4, asking about you through friends uncomfortable to live inside of. So she does something interesting. She reaches out, not directly, not honestly, she reaches out sideways. And that is sign number 1. She starts watching your stories, every single one, silently, consistently. You post at 11 p.m. and she's the second view. You post at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday and there she is. No reaction, no reply, just presence, just watching. That's called surveillance disguised as indifference. And it means she is tracking your life because she is not ready to be disconnected from it. She doesn't know what to say. She doesn't want to start a conversation she can't control, but she cannot stop looking. That watching is not nothing. It is the digital equivalent of driving past your old house. Sign number 2, she drunk texts you. Or she sends you something cryptic and low stakes late at night. Hey, random, but I heard this sign number 5, emotional mood swing song. Saw something that reminded me of you. Notice she never says what that something is. Notice she never finishes the sentence. That's intentional. She is testing the water temperature without committing to getting in. She wants to see if you'll engage. She wants to see if the door is still open. And if you respond with desperation, if you flood her with emotion and availability, she closes the door immediately because she just confirmed that she still has power over you. And power, once confirmed, kills attraction. You stop being something she lost. You become something she still has. And what you still have, you don't need to grieve. Sign number 3, she suddenly becomes very visible in places you frequent through mutual friends on social platforms where she knows you'll see. She posts the version of herself she wants you to see. The thriving version, the glowing version, the I'm completely unbothered and doing amazing sign number 6, bringing up old memories version. But here's what's interesting. The performance is always for an audience of one. She knows you'll see it. She needs you to see it. That's not moving on. That is moving on with one eye in the rearview mirror. People who are truly over something don't need to prove they're over it. Proof is performance, and performance has a director. She's directing this scene for you. Sign number 4, she asks about you, not to you, about you. She'll ask a mutual friend how you're doing. She'll comment on something a mutual connection posts that involves you. She'll bring up your name in a context that doesn't require. If you're thriving, it means she wasn't sign number 7, sudden niceness good for you. And most people, even the ones who hurt you, need to believe they were good for something. Sign number 5, her energy spikes around you in group settings. The coldness, the distance, the whole I don't care posture. It dissolves the moment you're in the same room. She laughs a little too loud. She's suddenly animated and bright. She looks across the room to see if you noticed. That is not confidence. That is performance anxiety. That is someone who is acutely aware of your presence and trying very hard to make sure you see the best version of her. The people you're truly over don't make you nervous. They don't make you laugh louder or your posture sharper. She's nervous around you because you still register as significant. Sign number 6, she compares. You'll hear it eventually from her, from friends, sometimes from her own social media. She'll say something like, "Guys these days just don't," and describe something you used to do. She'll romanticize something she once took for sign number 8, comparing you to others. Granted, the way you handled conflict, the way you showed up, the way you made her feel safe even when things were complicated. She won't name you, but everyone in earshot knows she's naming you. That comparison is not her being nostalgic. That is her balance sheet coming up short. She is auditing her decision and finding a deficit. Sign number 7, she reaches out during your milestones. You get a new job. You post about a win. You hit something meaningful. And there she is. Congrats. That's so amazing. Small contact, low risk, high signal. She is not just being polite, she is reminding you that she exists. She is staying on your radar without fully exposing herself. She is planting a seed and hoping you'll water it. Every milestone contact is a reach across the gap she created. She's measuring the distance. She's wondering if it's still crossable. Sign number 8. She tries sign number 9. Late night messages to make you jealous. She dates publicly. She tags places. She posts pictures of another man in ways that are just a little too deliberate. And here's where you need to be ruthlessly honest with yourself. If she were truly happy, she wouldn't need to broadcast it. Happiness doesn't announce itself. Happiness doesn't need a witness. What she's doing is called triangulation. She's introducing a third party to create emotional urgency in you. She wants to see if you'll react. She wants to see if you'll chase. And if you do, she wins the power game and loses respect for you simultaneously. Don't take the bait. Don't even acknowledge the bait. The correct response to jealousy plays is silence and elevation. Sign number 9, she starts having conversations with you that have no real purpose. She'll text you about something mundane, something she could have Googled, something she could have asked literally anyone else. Hey, do you remember the name of that restaurant? She doesn't need the sign number 10. She never fully lets go restaurant name. She needs an excuse to hear your voice in her head, to see your name on her screen, to open a line of communication that feels low enough stakes that she can deny intent if it goes wrong. These conversations are doorways. She's hoping you'll walk through, but notice she always makes you open the door. She just stands at the threshold. Sign number 10. She regresses to vulnerability in a conversation she initiates. At some point, not immediately, but eventually, she will drop the performance. The bravado will crack, and she'll say something real. She'll mention that she thinks about things. She'll acknowledge that things went sideways in ways she didn't fully understand. She might even say she misses you carefully, in a way she can walk back if she needs to. That moment of vulnerability is not an invitation to abandon yourself and rush back in. That is a moment that confirms everything we've been talking about. She registers what she lost. She is telling you finally the truth. What you do with that truth is the real test of who you've become. Now, here is where most men get it wrong. They hear these signs and they final message, stay calm and focused, immediately think. So, I should reach out. I should let her know I'm still here. I should give her another chance. And I need you to stop right there because this is the part of the script that matters most. These signs are not an instruction manual for reconnection. They are a mirror. They are showing you the reflection of your own value. They are the universe handing you evidence of what you are worth so that you stop second-guessing it. The question this video should be prompting in you is not how do I get her back? It is why did I spend this long not trusting what I already brought to the table? This is where the reframe lives. Here is the man who gets this right, and I want you to see him clearly. He's not a ghost from a movie. He's not a fantasy. He is a version of you that already exists, just waiting to be lived. Belong here. Now, let's keep going.